Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mystic Rose. It's so great to have y'all here with me today. And today's topic is going to be all about what are other people thinking about you right now or lately. Their private innermost thoughts about you, things that they wouldn't necessarily say to your face. All right, so it should be very interesting. And there will be 3 piles to choose from. And you can choose based on gemstones or images or some combination of the two. The choice is yours. Just go ahead and go down to the timestamps down below in order to make your selection. So, if you're new here, and if you like my vibe, please remember to hit subscribe and join this tribe. I would love to have you be part of this awesome community. And if you already are a part of this community, thank you so much for being here. I truly love and appreciate each and every one of you so much. I'm really excited to do this reading today because I'm curious to see what Spirit wants to bring through for you. So if you're ready, let's get started with your reading all about the private innermost thoughts that other people are having about you lately. Hello and welcome to your gemstone selection. For pile 1, we have the red jasper. For pile 2, we have the sesame agate. And for pile 3, we have the rose quartz. So go ahead and think about which of the gemstones you are most drawn to. Now, if you're drawn to more than one, there might be a reason for that. Maybe there's multiple messages for you. Okay, so choose however many that you are drawn to. If you need a little bit more time, you can pause the video. But if you're ready, let's go ahead and get started with your tarot pick a card reading, all about what are people's private unspoken thoughts about you lately. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome. If you chose image 1 or the red jasper mushroom gemstone, you're in the right place for your pick a card reading today. And we're going to be taking a look at other people's private unspoken thoughts about you lately. So with this type of reading, you never really know what's going to come through. So I hope that you are ready for whatever Spirit wants to bring through for you. I'm going to go ahead and ring my bell and connect with Spirit. Spirit, please be here with me now. Help me to deliver clear, concise, and accurate messages to Group 1, all about the questions at hand. Please speak through me as you always do, and please bring in light, peace, positivity, and protection. Thank you, Spirit. So I will be using the Mystical Moments Tarot and the Kim Cran's Animal Oracle cards. Okay? So, Spirit, can you help to answer the question of the private innermost thoughts that other people are having in regards to my Group 1? We have the 9 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, the 8 of Cups, the 8 of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the King of Cups. There's a lot of eyes on you for sure. And if you look here at this card, you'll see what I mean. Okay, go ahead and look at that card. All the eyes looking, I mean, some of them look just downright shocked. I think you are taking people by surprise lately. Some of it has to do with your newfound resoluteness and your strength and who you are. Also, it has to do with the fact that you've pushed through some uncomfortable parts of life and now you're coming out on the other side. I just heard Spirit just said you're like a cat. You always land on your feet. We have the Ace of Wands, which can talk about your level of attractiveness. And I think that's one of the reasons people are looking at you. There's something about you that's really attractive, and it has to do with your physical looks, okay? You definitely have heartbreaker energy because that is with the Ten of Swords. I think there's people that are talking lately about how you've broken somebody's heart or that you rejected someone, okay? Or somebody that feels rejected by you is talking about you and telling other people. There's a lot of people right now that are saying, when they look at you, they're saying, I wish I had their confidence. And the fact that you make everything look so effortless, I'm hearing, why can't I be more like that? So it really, it makes me think that there's some people that are really comparing themselves to you lately, group one. And I heard the sad part is, group one, you don't even really sometimes know how attractive you are. And you really are making other people very jealous because of your beauty and your attractiveness. And some of you, you don't even know it. You don't even know you're that attractive, or you don't think you are, but you are. You've grown into it. You've grown into your attractiveness. And also, Spirit is telling me that, like, no matter what age you are, people within your same cohort or age group that have grown up with you or alongside of you are looking at you. I'm literally seeing people looking at you like, how is it that you never age? You never seem to age, but like they all are. And it seems weird to them, and it seems very strange. They're wondering if like it's just your genetics. Do you have good genetics? Or is it possibly that you've had some work done? I mean, that kind of reminds me of it with the needles and all of that. So yeah, they're kind of wondering like, well, is this genetics? You know? Or have you had work done? Is that why you're so youthful? You remain youthful looking when all your cohort of people that you may have gone to school with are looking their age? But you have such a beauty, an everlasting beauty about you. So yeah, they're definitely, there's some jealousy. And I do think that people sometimes they look at you and they're jealous because your life looks so perfect on the outside. But what they're secretly like saying or thinking to themselves is, I wonder if they're really all that happy, or if they ever experience pain too. Because it's almost like they don't know if you have, you know, pain in your life, because I'm hearing pretty privileged. Like they may think that you get a lot of privileges because of your beauty and things like that, or that you're lucky in love. With the King of Cups here, that you're lucky in love, you're lucky in the looks department. And also, I think too with this Eight of Wands, there's something special about the way you communicate that really gets people's attention. And I'm seeing the Eight of Cups here with the communication. People could be secretly wanting to talk to you, but they get intimidated and they just kind of walk away. That's what I'm getting. I think it's because of jealousy. There's also people in your social circle that secretly like to copy your style but they would never admit it. Never admit it. And it's because they love your style. Okay, you could really like the styles of like the older years gone by, but maybe it still looks good on you. So, you know, I'm seeing this gal with the polka dots, and it's kind of reminding me of like classic Hollywood and the way that they used to dress in the 1930s or 40s. You know, it's kind of, it's given like Marilyn Monroe vibes, you know, or Jean Harlow, Mae West, some of the bombshell beauties, Kim Novak, um, yeah, Joy Lansing, okay, or even I want to say like Greta Garbo, okay, Elizabeth Taylor, old timey types of beauty, like um, you look very like a classic beauty, okay, and there's something about your facial beauty that other people notice and they like to stare at because you, okay, you know how everybody nowadays kind of like tries to look like Kim Kardashian, or like people try to emulate the stars and they end up going in having surgeries to like make their nose really skinny and their lips really plump, and and some people have like, you know, like different surgeries done on their face to end up looking like an Instagram model or something, where to the point where everyone almost looks the same, like a cookie cutter. But then there's you, who it's like you really don't need any of that stuff. You honestly like, you celebrate yourself every day because you have a unique beauty and you were born with it. And maybe what I'm hearing is like, it's maybe it's so unique that people are just almost like tired of like, oh, the world is showing us this standard of beauty, but they just want to break free from it. And when they see you, they celebrate and get a little bit jealous, I will say. They celebrate it too, though, deep down, that you are such a unique beauty and that you don't have to like keep up with the Kardashians just to, you know, stand out in a crowd full of people as being very beautiful. Going back to when you communicate, notice how this person is walking away, the Eight of Cups, and there's something about your communication. I heard, I can't believe they just said that. So, when you talk to people, sometimes they can't believe some of the things you say because you speak with honesty and integrity, and sometimes you can be very frank. Okay. And this triggers some people. You're very honest. Sometimes that triggers people to the point where they may make some snap judgments about you, and they may be thinking like, oh, that person just acts like they just know everything, but they don't, you know. Or like some people may misunderstand you and the way that you communicate and think that when you're just talking about certain things, they may think that you are complaining, but you're not really a complainer. You just like to vocalize the truth that no one else will say. So, the way that you speak, though, people are just like, wow, that person's really full of themselves and stuff like that. Or like they think they know everything, or they play the victim. I can't stand it. They think they're better than everyone, and it's just not the case, you know. It's just simply not the case. But you may get misunderstood a lot because of the judgments, the harsh judgments that other people say about you, you know, or think about you. Let's go ahead and get some animal cards here. What are people's private, unspoken thoughts about my group 1 lately? Yeah, cobra. You know, the cobra is kind of like, I think, you know, it's kind of a dangerous animal. And I think that people are intimidated, you know, and like I said, like some people misunderstand you, your honesty, and your sense of integrity to do the right thing. as, oh, you think you're better than everybody. And it's like, no, you're just trying to uphold your own standards, okay? And your own moral compass tells you that that's the right thing to do. And so you're just following your own moral compass. And, it's basically like, well, if you're not on board, then, bye-bye. And it's okay, because you can handle yourself. Now we do have the octopus as well. And interestingly enough, this here with this triangle is fire, and this one here is water. So you could be a water sign or a fire sign. I think that people they may be talking about how you have your, like, a lot of projects going on. I want to say, like, a lot of different projects going on, and that and this kind of reminds me of it too, like, you have so much going on, okay? And that you have many, many talents as well. And it kind of reminds me of Gemini energy too. Just like you have a lot going on, or you have a lot of talents, and you're very passionate about these things, and sometimes your level of talent can trigger others, because they do, like, I'm feeling with you, group 1, that people really do compare themselves to you, I do feel like too, like, there is an element of danger to your magnetism, to your beauty, that it almost, like, it makes people kind of, like, maybe be a little shy, or, like I said, reserved romantically around you. They may be like, oh, I'm not good enough for that person, or it takes a strong person. It takes a strong person to come up to you and to put their heart on the line. And yeah, it takes a strong person. So you could attract all kinds of people, but a lot of people just kind of wonder what it would be like to be with you. What would it be like to kiss you, or to be physical with you? And a lot of times too, like, a lot of times you won't even know if people have a crush on you, because they may be afraid to tell you that they have a crush on you, because they don't want the rejection, or they have these fears or whatever. So they may be thinking about you, because they just can't help but think about you or be drawn to you. But then sometimes what Spirit is telling me that is that there's people that have a crush on you, and that you'll never even know it. Well, that's okay, because honestly, if those people don't really have the courage to say something, then they're probably just not meant for you anyways. You're the kind of person that you do better with, like, strong individuals who really know who they are. Yeah, there's a lot of people that would love to make a move on you, but they're also afraid if they made a move on you and you didn't resist and you welcomed them, if they would actually somehow just fall for you so hard that they would just be heartbroken if you ever were to leave them. Okay, with the 8 of Cups there, if you ever walked away, they wouldn't know what to do with themselves, yeah, it definitely reminds me of Wicked Games by Chris Isaac, that song. Some people may think that when you talk to them, that you may just be being polite. Some people, they're just very worried that they're gonna annoy you, or that you won't have patience for them, and that you're just gonna be too nice to say it. And some people may be afraid that you're, like, gonna secretly judge them, or that, they're afraid of what you might say behind their back or whatever. Like, they're very afraid of the judgment, okay? I just heard venom when I looked at that. They're kind of afraid. I would say they're very intimidated, unless they're a very strong person. But yeah, a lot of people wish that they could be as confident as what you seem to be. And a lot of people, they're secretly thinking and wondering what you think of them, Like, because they value your opinion, and it's like if they can get you to say something nice about them, they're going to believe it because your opinion really matters because of the value they place on you. You're a high value individual, and a lot of people place a lot of value on you, so your opinion has a lot of weight. That is what spirit is saying. And like the words you say have a lot of weight, and they affect people big time, more than you know. And some people, it's like they kind of like, they may be wondering, like, if I went up to that person and I introduced myself, how would it go? And also, would they remember my name if they saw me again, like a month from now? Like, would this person, would I make an impact on this person? That's what they think. That's what they wonder. And it's funny too, because I'm thinking that they may wonder, like, just kind of getting this intuitively, like they could wonder, what does your home look like, or what car do you drive, or what do you do for a living? And some people like to try to stalk you on social media to find out more information about you. I don't know if you know that or not, Pile One, but they do. They like to, when people first meet you, they like to stalk you on Facebook and see if you have a Facebook or whatever, and see if they can find out, or Instagram or whatever, and see if they can find out, what do you like? Where do you live? What does your house look like? You know, what have your previous partners looked like? Because they would definitely be the type that would compare themselves to your exes and be like, oh, their exes were really handsome, or oh, their exes were really beautiful. I don't know if I would compare, or oh, their exes were really rich. There's my doggy. Yeah, so they like to, people do like to kind of look at your social media if they can. Um, People want to know more about your personality because you look great. You may be a little intimidating, but people are curious about your personality and what are you really like as a person. And they wonder too, like, how would you look like if you're somebody who wears makeup? They're wondering, okay, what do you look like with no makeup on? Do you look good with no makeup on? Or do you rely too heavily on makeup? Or are you just all around a natural type of beauty? Um, I just heard, I bet they don't know how many people have a crush on them. Okay. I think that was directly from Spirit. So you really don't know how many people have a crush on you. It could be upwards of like up to 3 to 5 people or more. Especially if you're somebody who's in the public eye or popular in your community, or if you go out a lot. Um, some people look at you and they think to themselves, I bet they get hit on all the time. And they think to themselves that you're probably getting tired of it, of all the attention, or they just don't want to be just another number or just another person that hits on you. A lot of times people may be intimidated because they want to stand out and look special, or they may try to come up with clever pickup lines and stuff like that. So you may get a lot of people that, when they're not intimidated and they do approach you, they may try to come up with something clever. Okay? Yeah, some people are wondering because they see your beauty, and if you're wearing makeup, they may be like, wow, I wonder how much that person like spends on beauty products and stuff. Like, you look like you wear a lot of quality items, and like you kind of do put a lot of effort in when it comes to your look. So it just makes people wonder and stuff like that. It's very interesting. Um, so lots of jealousy, lots of insecurity, a lot of people that wish that they looked like you, had your bone structure or your face or facial beauty like you have, or handsomeness. They don't think it seems fair that you look so good, and it looks like, you know, you don't even have to try that hard, and they may spend hours to look the way they do, and it just, I don't think it's ever right to really compare yourself to others, but there are some people doing that with you, okay? So that's basically what I'm getting here for you, group 1. Hope that this resonates so far with you. Let's go ahead and do some quick confirmations. I won't spend too much time on this. You could be a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, Virgo, Scorpio. Okay, we got Virgo, Scorpio. Now, I like to have 4 different signs, so I'm going to roll again. And we got Libra, and we got Virgo again. So, triple Virgo. And Sagittarius. We also have a 6, 5, 3, and 2. So that could denote that somebody here who's watching could have a February, March, May, or June birthday, or somebody could have been born on the 6th, 5th, 3rd, 2nd, 10th, 8th, 11th, 14th, or 16th of any month. Okay? Or like I said, anybody who has a birthday in June, May, March, and February. Okay? Now, if those don't resonate with you, that's okay. Let's keep going. I'm going to be saying some names. I might say your name, or maybe names of people in your social circle. Look for your name spelled out in the letter tiles or your initials. When looking for your name, you can look for your name spelled out, first, middle, or last name, or a screen name. If everything's there except one letter, it still counts, and you can duplicate letters if you need to. I heard Holden. That could be somebody's first or last name. I'm not sure. Hayden. Rocky. Zenith. That's a cool name. Faye. Farah. Fantasia. Anastasia. Beth. Bethany. Tegan. Keegan. Kiera. Kiana. Pretty name. Anna. Anastasia. I like that name too. Steve. Pooja. Primrose. Rena. Angelina. Annika. Stacy. Jody. Bailey. Jeffrey. Ivy, Ivan. Alexandria. Adele. Susan. Dee. Geraldine, Geraldine, Josh. Matt. Kelsey. Blake. Ren. Aisha or Aisha. Misha, Colin, Troy, Camden, Cami, Courtney, and I'll say about 10 more names, okay? Sydney, Michelle, Shelley, Ruthie, Carolyn, Mary, Meredith, Zariah, Amelia, Scarlett, Raven, Remy, Diamond, Aaliyah, and Penelope. And you can look here, like I said. You can also do a little spiritual Scrabble. and look for different words in here that relate to you or that stand out to you. Like I'm seeing hive. Somebody here could be a beekeeper. Tank. Somebody here could own a fish tank or love fish. Somebody here could be a Pisces because Pisces are the fish, the two fish swimming in opposite directions. CIA. Somebody here could work for the CIA. Somebody could be from Arizona, Nantucket, the Netherlands. The name Nate or Nathan, Natalie. Ink. Somebody here could be a tattoo artist. Somebody here could be a hand model or do something with your hands, okay? The name Beatrice. Somebody here could be shy. I'm seeing shy guy. Somebody here could love Mario Kart. Peru. Stanley. Somebody here could like carry around one of those one of those cups, you know, Stanley cups. Okay. Somebody here could have a child. Nice. A lot of people think you're nice. They do, especially when they get to know you. Some people like to backstab you. I am seeing that. I see backstab. So some people like to talk about you behind your back, and that's not good. But you know what? That happens to everybody, so it's okay. Don't feel too bad about it. We have Qi. Somebody here likes Qigong or like Tai Chi. I heard Lolita. Hank. Somebody here could really like Harry Connick Jr.'s music. Also, somebody here could look like Selena Gomez or love her music, because I'm hearing that Selena Gomez song, Lose You to Love Me. I had to lose you to love me. That's one of my favorite songs. I love that song. So the name Selena could be important here too. So anyway, that's what I'm getting here for you, Group 1. Remember, your support is what keeps the channel going. So I truly do appreciate you. Every time you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, you are helping this community grow and flourish. So thank you for being part of it. If you liked today's video and you know somebody who might like it too, feel free to share it. And do remember, you can watch as many piles as you feel drawn to. If you're interested in a personal reading, you'll find all the details in my description box or on my website at www.mysticrosepsychic.com. My readings are affordable, and I absolutely love to connect with you all. You may have heard about my Patreon community by now. On my Patreon, I do offer 2 weekly exclusive readings, including spicy love readings, romance, gossip, beauty, even deeply spiritual topics. You even get to suggest topic ideas and vote on them weekly. Plus, you get to gain access to a growing library of hundreds of past readings, all starting at $3 a month. Less than a cup of coffee. So, if that sounds exciting, check out the link in my description box below. I would love to have you join. Also, if you haven't yet visited my sister channel, Mystic Rose Tarot Collective, it's all about love and romance. Be sure to check it out. I will put a link for that in my description box below. I would love to see you there. A big thank you to every one of you who watches, likes, and comments, shares my videos. I really appreciate that. Thank you to my Patreon members and my channel members. Your support means so much to me. If you'd like to contribute, you can become a channel member for only $5 a month, or check my description box below for other ways to support the channel. Donations are never expected, but they truly do help me to continue to create and bring to you more tarot content. I'm so grateful to have you here. Stay beautiful, and until next time, take good care. Bye. Hello, Group 2. Welcome. If you are here because you chose the Sesame Agate, little cute mushroom gemstone, or image 2, you're in the right place. So today's pick a card reading is going to be an interesting one. I hope that you'll enjoy it. I'm going to be taking a look at what are people's private, unspoken thoughts about you lately. So I'll go ahead and connect with Spirit and then we can begin. Spirit, please be here with me now. Help me to deliver clear, concise, and accurate messages to Group 2. All about the questions at hand. Please speak through me as you always do. Please bring in light, peace, positivity, and protection. Thank you, Spirit. So, Spirit, please let us know the unspoken thoughts that people are having regarding my Group 2 who's watching Pal 2 today. We have Temperance. Okay. We have Six of Pentacles. We have the King of Swords. That's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius type of energy, air energy. Nine of Cups. Ace of Cups. Wow. I love all the beautiful imagery on these cards, like the butterflies and all that. The birds. Three of Pentacles. More birds. Which is interesting because this is an air sign here, or maybe air energy, but that is often denoted by birds. So it is kind of funny to notice all the birds in here. All right, I'm also going to get two of the Animal Oracle cards by Kim Krantz. So, Spirit, what else can you add to this conversation? Spider. Earthworm. Okay. So let me go ahead and take this in. Okay. Well, I see there's definitely a lot of admiration that people have for you, and unspoken admiration, and their private innermost thoughts have a lot to do with your level of talents, because this can denote your talents, and temperance can denote like a sense of harmony, balance. I just heard like, how do you do it all? Like, and you make it look easy. You're very talented, and this girl kind of reminds me of like Snow White. I don't know why, but just like, I guess because she's very beautiful and her pretty dress, and then the animal friends. You know, you're very sweet. You're very good natured. You're good with animals. You have a way of putting people at ease and making people feel comfortable in your presence, because we do have the Six of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. You are just somebody who's full of love and full of joy, and you have such romantic vibes. People can fall in love with you very easily. Nine of Cups, you seem very abundant, okay? Like all of your wishes are coming true. And with the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius there, you could have that in your sun, moon, or ascendant, or you could have the air energy surrounding you, which is an energy of adventure, an energy of loving, learning, or being very intelligent. It's an energy of someone who is very fair, does not like to start drama, undue drama. somebody who's very good at communicating, and when you do communicate, it's very like witty, funny. You have a great sense of humor. People can tell like that you're very smart, and also like just very friendly, and almost like you have like a humanitarian heart. Okay, I mean, look at all the butterflies coming out of the cup here. Just a joyous energy surrounds you, and people can really fall in love with you very quickly with the spider. Notice the spider. It's like, you know, it kind of reminds me of like getting caught in a web, but people like it. People want to be caught in your web. People fall in love with you so fast. You're a very deep individual, very deep thinker. You're not afraid to think deeply. A lot of times, too, with these cards, what these cards indicate, and what also my intuition, because I'm an intuitive reader as well, what people's private unspoken thoughts about you are lately is that many people, regarding like your talents and your work ethic, they they seem to be wishing that they had your kind of work ethic or your kind of discipline to make things happen. I'm hearing like if I could trade places or trade lives with you for one day, I totally would. So there's many people that secretly wish they had your life, you know. They wish they were you. They think about what would it be like to actually be you for a day, or like to trade spots with you. Um Another thing that spirit is bringing through here, about like part of this has to do with the admiration, is you make being social look so easy, and there's some people that don't find it as easy as what you make it seem. Like being social, I don't know, like being fair, you make it look easy, the way you can just get along with all kinds of people, and how people may even come to you as a mediator when there is a fight. People may look to you like what are you going to do about this, or what can we do about this, you know, to mediate or be a problem solver, because you are very fair. This card here is about equal reciprocity, you know. And yeah, you make people feel very at ease, and you make people feel seen. You have a gift for that, spirit is saying. And you really respect people's autonomy and who they are, and you're very gifted with bringing out the best in other people. So that's just some of the really good, you know, private innermost thoughts that other people are having about you right now. What else, spirit? When it comes to like your beauty, because spirit is showing me this lovely woman here, whether you are, you know, whatever gender you identify as, many people think that the shape of your body is perfect. They wish they had your body type, and some people may wonder like, how do you maintain your figure, or like, what do you do? Do you work out? Do you have a high metabolism? Okay. So people's thoughts about your beauty is your body and how you take care of your body, and they wish they had your body type, because maybe you're one of those people that you can eat anything and like get away with it. Okay. Or that's what people may think about you. And I see you being nice to everybody here, and but some people may like, what I'm getting here is like people may see you interacting with other people and see all this joy and this niceness, and they're like, okay, They're nice to everybody, but it almost feels fake. Like it almost seems too good to be true. Like, is pile two too good to be true? You know? So some of their secret thoughts are, you're a little too good to be true, right? That's what I was hearing, right? Like, you can't really possibly be this nice or this kind or this sweet to everyone or this fair. You could have a lot of Libra in your chart, you know. Librans are very, very fair. They don't like drama. And also, I think that sometimes people, they could get jealous of you, of how well liked you are. And, yeah, there's definitely some people that, they're cynical, or they're wary of like your niceness. They're like, oh, they can't be that nice. Like, they wonder secretly, like, do you have a dark side to you, or are you putting on a mask socially, and then at home you like go home and like you're mean to your family, or like, you know, be mean to whatever, like, you know, take out your anger on pets or whatever, like, you know, it doesn't seem fair that people would wonder that about you, but it's nothing that you're doing. Just know that it's just more like people's weird projections, okay? Think of it that way. Um, so it's like you act very sweet, but it's like some people are like, I don't know, I don't trust them, okay? Or they see you getting special treatment for being kind, and they're like, I don't know about that. That's not fair. They think that you're rather privileged, and people really like you. And yeah, I'm just getting that like some people would love to take credit for your work. And I don't know where that came from, but maybe that's at the workplace. Some people may like to, they see that you have a lot of talents, and they may like to try to take credit for your work or not give you all the credit. Some people could be trying to copy your methods, your style, or whatever, and not giving you any credit for it. Happens quite a bit. Happens everywhere. So just know that if people are emulating you or copying you and not giving you credit, it's not fair, but also maybe consider it like a compliment, okay? That you are somebody that people want to copy, because people think highly of you, of your talents, and your aesthetic. Okay, the way you look, the way you present yourself, the way you show up in the world. I just heard I shouldn't find them so attractive, but I do. That's interesting. So, some people in your social circle find you to be very attractive or alluring, but they can't necessarily put a finger on it and be able to tell you just one thing that's so attractive about you. It may be several things about you that's very attractive, or it could be something that's like, maybe it's your aura, your vibe. When it comes to looks, you do have like maybe a uniqueness. Maybe you have a very unique type of beauty. Like some of you, I don't know why, but Spirit was showing me, and this is just for somebody out there, could have like a little, maybe like a little space in between the two front teeth, or a beauty mark, or a scar, or some kind of like, um, I don't know, something that might be unique on your face, or it could be slightly asymmetrical, but yet it works. Like it's like you're very beautiful. And some of you may be like, oh, I don't know, I'm not really, don't really consider myself to be like, you know, all that beautiful. But it's like, but really you are. And when combined with your aura, then it really is. Even if your looks are like average or slightly, you know, above average, it doesn't matter. Like, there's something about your sweetness, your aura, that just exudes magnetic kind of like a magnetism, I want to say. And you do get a lot of people that they find themselves bewildered or strangely attracted to you. Um, and somehow, too, like some people may look at you and think that you get a lot of attention, and that could trigger some people. Um, because I was hearing, oh, that person loves to be the center of attention. Um, and that may be the case, or it may not be, but wherever you go, you do seem to get like a lot of attention, like people looking at you, or people talking to you, or coming to you for advice for this, that, or the other. Um, but some people are just triggered by that. I feel like too, like people look at you and they think you have some of the most beautiful eyes they have ever seen, and hence why people do fall in love with you. You're very soulful. And speaking of all these butterflies here, I just heard that like people get butterflies when they look at you. Like when you walk into a room, some people can't even understand it, but they kind of get like butterflies. They get like that nervous excitement feeling. And it makes them wonder like, well, if I was alone with that person, what would happen? Oh, goodness. Yeah. And a lot of times, too, what I was hearing is that you don't even know how much people are staring at you, group two. You're so humble. You don't even really realize how much people like to stare at you. What are the secret thoughts that people are having about you lately? You always seem joyful. They want to know how you can be so happy all the time and how can they be like you. So you may get people that just kind of want to come up to you, stand next to you, maybe not even talk to you because they may not know what to say, but they want to be next to you. If that makes sense, your aura is very magnetic. And so there's many people that even, they just even want to just stand next to you or like brush up against you. I don't know. You uplift people's energy, but they kind of feel like, okay, maybe if I touch this person or I'm near them, I will soak in some of that happiness just by, osmosis. Very interesting. Um, or, through soaking up that beautiful, luscious, joyful energy that you exude, Pao too. I do feel like, too, like some people, they think that you just get whatever you want. And some people may think that some people may think that you have very high standards, okay, for who you give your energy to. Um, but I would say for the most part, you're only triggering a small group of people. For the most part, people really like you, and have really positive thoughts about you. Some people may think that you're picky or that you're cold or selective with who you talk to, and that you're like bougie and really, really picky, and like too talented to talk to like other people. Like some people may think that you're above them, or like that you look down on people, which isn't true. But people think that like because they see your aura, your glory, I want to say, and people fall in love with you so fast, they can kind of like fall for you without even really trying, and they may despise you for it too. And this could be anybody, even people that are not relationship ready, or people who are already in a relationship, or people where it's just not appropriate for them to be falling for you. And it can kind of like make people feel intensely upset about that they fall for you so easily. Like I'm literally seeing like spirit showing me like somebody tripping and falling like off the edge of a cliff. Like, yeah. And I heard I'm falling for you. Kind of reminds me too of like, see how he's on the edge of that teapot? I don't know. That's just how I read cards. I see little things in I see like the pictures in the cards, and I look at pictures and the meanings of the cards. But yeah, and I do feel too that like people get very aroused, okay, and excited around you. Maybe they don't fully understand that and why. And that can also be very frustrating. Oh, makes me kind of giggle a little bit though, because I do kind of think it's funny. Um, like the effect that you have on people. And some people may be kind of afraid to come up to you. Their secret thoughts about you are that, like, they're afraid to come up to you because you might find them too boring because you seem to have, like, a lot of exciting things going on in your life, and you're very intelligent. And so they may not feel like they measure up. I'm seeing a measuring cup, and I'm hearing, I don't measure up. Interesting. And, like, Spirit is showing me the scales, like, you know, scales of justice. And I was hearing, like, it's not fair. So some people feel like they got the short end of the stick. You could have, like, siblings that feel like they got the short end of the stick when it comes to, like, the looks department or intelligence, or, you know, some people think you are lucky. I heard lucky girl syndrome. Some people think you're lucky, or lucky guy syndrome. Lucky person, I should say. And you seem so well put together. And some people are like, well, okay, this person's just perfect. What is their weakness? That's what they're thinking to themselves. Or they're like, what secrets do they hold? Because the earthworm burrows way down deep. And sometimes people want to, like, dig deep for answers within you and be like, okay, what are you hiding? Yeah, I was hearing, I wonder what they're hiding. So that's interesting. So people want to know your deepest secrets. Spirit is telling me that you make people come up to you and want to just spill their beans and tell you their deepest, darkest secrets. And they can't, it's almost like they can't control it. They just open up their mouth and they just start telling you their secrets. And then they get mad about it. They get mad at you about it. Now that's funny. So you bring that out in people. People want to tell you their secrets, but you don't even ask them for it. They just spill the beans, and then you're just like looking at them like, okay. And then they're the ones that feel embarrassed for having spilled their own beans, told you all their secrets and everything. And they're like, why did you make me, why did I, like, they end up hating themselves. Like, why did I tell that person that? But you have that effect on people that Spirit is saying that you can actually make people just want to come up to you and, like, tell you everything about themselves, you know. So yeah, like, air out their dirty laundry to you. And they see, like, that you're kind of well liked, and they're wondering, like, if you have any enemies, or, like, do you ever feel lonely, and what do you do in your free time? I just heard you may get a lot of people that wonder, like, what do you do in your free time? What are your hobbies? Some people are, like, thinking that you're very, I want to say, like, you look great. Some people may see you in photos, though, and be like, I wonder if they're editing their photos. They almost look too good. You know, are they editing their photos, or are they using a filter, or what? Because they look too good. So you could have some people wondering that. I've been thinking that about you too. Yeah, and kind of along those lines, people might be like, their hair color is obviously, like, not real or something, or is it natural? They could be wondering that about you. So that's what I'm getting about you and about the people around you that are talking about you. Interesting. So I want to continue now with some confirmations, okay? I won't spend an incredibly long amount of time on this. Maybe between 5 or 10 minutes. We have a Leo, Scorpio, Pisces, and Scorpio again, Leo again, and Aries. So you could have any of these as your sun, moon, or ascendant in your birth chart. Leo, Scorpio, Pisces, or Aries. We have a number 1, a number 8, a number 3, and a 5. So somebody here watching could have an October birthday, an August birthday, March or May, or have been born on the 5th, 3rd, 8th, 10th of any month, 18th, 21st, 26th, 16th of any month, okay? Now, let's go ahead and get some names here and some other hints and clues. I don't know why, but Spirit's showing me like an image in my mind of Miley Cyrus. So maybe the name Miley or the name Cyrus. Or you could be like a big fan of Miley Cyrus, her music. So how this works, I'm going to be saying either your first, middle, or last name or a screen name, nickname. If I don't say your name, look for it in the letter tiles or, spelled out. If everything's there except one letter, it still counts, and you can duplicate letters if you need to. I might even say some names of people that you know, people in your social circle. Now, also, you can look for your initials if you don't see your name spelled out. Look for your initials, okay? I might even come up with some hints and clues that Spirit gives me about you. Not all of this will resonate, but take what does and leave the rest. I heard Elowen. That's a pretty name. Arwen, Oren, Owen, Odin. Somebody here could really love Greek mythology or Norse mythology too. Rena, Dea, Asher, Evie, Eva, Farah, Sharon, Sherry, Grace, Gracie, Nina, Maisie, Margot, Brian, Benicio, Bennett, Lincoln, Gio, Giovanni, Binu, Praveen, Sam, Sammy, Adita, Aisha, Donna, Brandy, Luke, Skylar, Sky, Ann, Anna, Echo, Ink, Clayton, Addison, Cammie, Cameron, Becca, Nico, Nicholas, Nikolai, Paul, Paula, JP, John Paul, John, Jonna, Jonathan, Saraya, Magnus, Irina, Jesse, Jess, Landon, Trish, and I'll say about 10 more names, okay? Addie, or Adeline, Adeline, Gable, Ace, Reese, Reed, Michael, Matt, Betsy, Cletus, Arlo, Willie, or William, Paisley, Patrice, Patricia, okay, Quantavius, Octavius, Eli, Roland, okay. Sometimes I could just keep going and going with these names. Somebody could wear a fedora quite a bit, okay, or the name Lennox is here too. Hawk, somebody's last name could be Hawk. Fly, I'm definitely seeing a lot of bird related things again. I had a reading like from the other day that had a lot of birds in it when I had the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius sign come up. Does not surprise me because, like I said, birds represent the air signs. So, hawk, fly. Yeah, you could really love birds or have a bird tattoo, or even angels could be significant here. The name Angel, Angelina. You could have an angel tattoo, angel wings, back or shoulder tattoo. The name Elroy, Flynn, Colton. Somebody could be from Thailand, Tijuana, Arlington, Arlo. I think I said that name already, but I'm not sure. I think that came through already. Nepal. Somebody here really could really love Dr. Seuss. Okay, Dr. Seuss books, or somebody here could be a children's book author or children's book illustrator, or teach children's literature or study children's lit. I heard Catcher in the Rye. Maybe that's somebody's favorite book or something to do with ELA. Somebody could teach literature. Interesting. Somebody really loves the classics. The name Phineas. I heard Phineas Gage. Somebody here could study psychology or brain research, development, children's development, child development. Somebody could study psychiatry, psychology. I was hearing Freud. Hero. I can be your hero, baby. Interesting. Enrique Iglesias. Maybe somebody's name is Enrique or Ricky. I heard Ricky Bobby. Bobby could be a name here. Hunt. Somebody here could, maybe a last name of Hunt or Hunter, or somebody here likes to hunt. Okay, hunter, fisherman, or whatever, fish person who likes to fish. Era. Okay, era. You're stepping into a new era, a new you. Okay, new you, a new era. You're stepping into a new era. Somebody could work in logistics. Somebody could have a fleet of vans or vehicles, and maybe they are a driver or something like that, or own their own business. Somebody could be from Russia. Wax. Wax. I always think of like a wax museum. Maybe somebody recently visited a wax museum. That's what that always makes me think of when I see wax. Thorax. I don't know what that is. I heard pneumonia. Somebody could have recently had pneumonia. And somebody here could study biology or the elements, the table of elements. Okay. I was hearing Oscar the Grouch. Interesting. Some kind of Sesame Street meaning there. I don't know. Somebody could be named Oscar. I don't know. Take that how it resonates. Bruce, the name Bruce. And Georgia. Clayton. Silas. Okay. Florida. Somebody could be from Florida. I was hearing Holy by Florida Georgia Line. Holy. Okay, there's a song called Holy. You're holy, 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 holy. I'm high on It's a beautiful song. I love that song. Maybe that's somebody's favorite song, or that band could be one of your favorites. Okay. Magnum. Magnum makes me think of like Magnum PI. There was an old TV show called Magnum PI. So that's an old show. Somebody here could really like to collect vintage jewelry, or even record players, records. I'm hearing that. Girl, put your records on. Play me your favorite song. Just go ahead, let your hair down. All right. Thanks so much for being here, Group 2. Your support is what keeps this channel thriving, and I truly appreciate you. Every time that you like and comment and subscribe, you are helping this community to grow and flourish. So thank you so much for being a part of that. If you enjoyed today's reading and you know somebody who might love it too, feel free to share it. And remember, you can watch as many piles as you felt drawn to. And remember that if you need a personal reading, you can find more information at my website, www.mysticrosepsychic.com. I will put that in the description box below. My readings are very affordable, and I love to connect with you all. You may have heard by now about my Patreon community, where I do offer 2 exclusive weekly readings, including spicy love readings, romance, gossip, and beauty, and some deeply spiritual types of topics. You even get to suggest and vote on weekly topics, plus you get access to a growing library of hundreds of past readings, all starting at just $3 a month, less than a cup of coffee. And if that sounds exciting to you, please check out the link in my description box. I would love to have you join. And also, if you haven't yet visited my sister channel, Mystic Rose Tarot Collective, it's all about love and romance. Be sure to check it out and subscribe over there if you enjoy the content. I would love to see you there. A big thank you to every one of you who watches, likes, comments, and subscribes and shares my videos. Special thanks to my Patreon members and channel members. Your support means so much to me. If you would like to contribute, you can become a channel member for only $5 a month, or you can check my description box below for other ways to support the channel. Donations are never expected, but they do help me to continue to create and bring you more tarot content. I'm so grateful to have you here. Stay beautiful, and until next time, take good care. Bye. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome. If you chose image 3 or this rose quartz mushroom gemstone, you're in the right place for your pick a card reading. I'm going to be using the Tarot of Mystical Moments Tarot, as well as the Animal Oracle from Kim Krantz. I'm going to go ahead and connect with Spirit, and then we can get started with your reading. Spirit, please be here with me now and help me to deliver clear, concise, and accurate messages to Group 3. All about the questions at hand. Please speak through me as you always do, and please bring in light, peace, positivity, and protection. Thank you, Spirit. So, Spirit, can you please answer our question about what are people's private unspoken thoughts about the person watching pile 3 lately? Oh, wow, that one just flew right out. We have the King of Cups, the High Priestess. Ooh, pretty. The 8 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles. Nice. We'll go ahead here and get 2 of these animal cards. We have the snake. And the dolphin. Very pretty cards and good energies here. The snake is for healing energy. We had that yesterday. I had that in a reading from 2 days ago too. Okay. And that can signify like you're healing. You're a healing type of person. Like your energy is very healing. But anyway. Okay. I'm going to pause the video real quick and I'm going to take this all in and then we'll resume. People are talking about your sense of mystery, group 3. We do have the High Priestess here, denoting that you are a person of mystery. People can't seem to wrap their head around you, the way you behave, even like the way you look, your sense of ethereal beauty or your qualities. We have the Knight of Pentacles here, which is for Earth energy, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. We also do have the King of Cups for Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. So we do have earth and water energies present. And I'll get into that in a bit. As well as with these two, the snake here, we have earth energy. So that's actually another confirmation of the earth energy here. And this one here is water. So that's kind of crazy, right? I'm going to ring my bell because I always ring that when I get a confirmation from spirit. So that's just wow. You know, so this is a very strong group. You're very connected and it's easy for me to read your energy. And spirit is really bringing your energy through in this reading. You've done a lot of self-mastery. I can tell that with the Eight of Pentacles. And you seem very happy. And you seem, I don't know why, but I was getting like, you seem like, it's almost like you're being rewarded for all the good things you've done. Like, you may be very blessed. I heard blessed above the rest. This could trigger some people. What are people's secret, most inner thoughts about you? They do think that you are somebody who either maybe you have a lot of money, maybe you got an inheritance. They may wonder about that. Seeing this ship here, I heard, when's my ship coming in? So you could trigger people who are like less fortunate or people who kind of see you as like larger than life. Because if you look at that, I mean, she looks like a giantess and like, you know, there's the little ship passing through. The dress is a doorway. You have so many like opportunities presented to you that could be triggering, but look at this. She's got the ship in her hand, so she's kind of larger than life here, and you're in control. You're in total control. Some people they don't like this, that you seem like you're in total control. Other people, they see that you've earned this, you've worked on this. Yeah, you may be showing that you have acquired or accumulated a lot of wealth. Maybe you don't hold back with your purchases. Maybe you enjoy showing off your attire, accessories, different things that kind of showcase that, yeah, you can afford nice things. You could have very quality handbags, for instance, or quality staples in your wardrobe. Okay, that it can be very triggering. You seem to like gravitate towards quality fabrics and you really stand out. Okay, now some of the secret thoughts, they're private, unspoken thoughts about you in regards to all of this, is they wonder if you have some kind of secret hidden knowledge that, you know, why are you privy to this knowledge and other people don't seem to be? Like, I was hearing some people are like, well, what's so special about you that you get this hidden, sacred, secret knowledge that it's like you have like a doorway into, or like you can see into other worlds. Notice how she's kind of peeking out from like behind the curtains, and it's like there's a doorway within her here. See, so it's like you know, and then the dolphin for like deep knowledge, intelligence, and then healing vibes. Like you seem like you're a wise one, okay? And you seem, it's almost surreal how close you are to the divine. Like the divine is really in you and moves with you, and like you're very close with the divine, okay? People can tell that about you because you seem to be making the right moves. I heard money moves, okay? Um, and I'm hearing if I disappeared, would they even notice me? So there's somebody who feels like they just live in your shadow, or like you you have a big presence, but some people feel very small in your presence. That sounds like a them issue. Um, what I really want you to know is keep shining your beautiful light and keep being you. Don't ever dim your own light just to make someone else feel better. But see, notice how these people are very small here, and he's like very large. Okay, and same here. It's like tiny ship, big, tall presence. So people feel small in comparison to you, but don't ever let that diminish who you are. You have earned this, all these blessings and all this knowledge. You have been given this gift, and you've also done a lot of soul searching. I can tell. Um, People's secret thoughts about you is that you find other people boring if they don't match your intelligence or spiritual knowledge, which may or may not be true, but this is just how people perceive it. They think you're very like spiritually knowledgeable. You're almost like too good to be true, and some people, they don't even bother like coming up or saying hi, even if they know you, because they're just like, oh, that person doesn't want to say hi to me. Oh, this person would find what I have to say very boring, or I'm not a good match. Okay, they kind of take themselves out of the game. You know, it's like they put themselves on the bench. They're afraid of playing the game of life. Which those kinds of people that do that, it's very sad, but it's like, you know, maybe those are not the best team players anyways. Um, but yeah, you just seem so put together is what people think about you. They secretly think that you're so well put together, and some people are like, like are they really all that put together? Or maybe they wonder like, are you secretly do you secretly have like a messy car, or do you secretly have like a messy house or something? Like, how can you be so perfect? They wonder about like secret sides of you that you may not show to anyone. And they wonder like, what are the kinds of secrets that you hold and your regrets? um, some people wish they knew some dirt on you so they could tell other people and spread it around, because you have an image, or like you have a big presence or a big image, and some people would like to, I don't know why, but I was hearing like a smear campaign. You could really trigger some people to the point where they would want to almost like prove you wrong, or prove you as not to be as good as you are. um some people are thinking, if they really needed you, would you be there for them? I feel like there's some people that in your awakening and in your coming into who you are, you may have left some people in the past. And some of these people could be your secret haters, secret or not so secret, or could be thinking some negative things about you, some secret thoughts about you lately. Like, well, if I really needed them, would they answer the phone? Okay, so this could be a family member that you no longer talk to. This could be a friend that you no longer talk to. Whoever it may be. If their secret thoughts about you lately is, well, if I needed them, would they be there for me? Like, if something bad happened, would they come to my side? Would they come to my aid? Um, And then I heard I'll probably never know what they actually think of me. So maybe in the past, if you did have to move on from somebody, maybe you didn't really express fully what you were thinking or whatever. There may not have been a lot of closure. Maybe there were some things that you just didn't feel that you could say, or things that were left unsaid, because we do have a lot of ships here, and it kind of makes me think of like when a ship is sailing and it leaves like a wake, or like a trail behind it. That's like a signifier of things that have happened in the past or things that you've let go of. Um, and so, yeah, there's some people from your past um, that are thinking about you, especially lately, as maybe there's certain things in their life that are not going well, and they wish that you were there. I'm hearing that. Wish you were here. There was a song called Wish You Were Here. Um, I don't know who sings it, but um, people around you think that you are fearless, brave. A lot of times they wish they could be as fearless and brave as you seem, and that you're always going after opportunities and you deserve these things. You're very worthy. A lot of times people will try not to compare themselves to you, but they almost can't help it. So it's like they see themselves as small, they see you as like larger than life, but they try not to do these comparisons. But a lot of times the thoughts that people are having revolve around like, well, are they better than me? Um, would they be nice to me if I spoke to them? Could I learn from them? Okay, things about that. Like, it's like admiration, okay, for who you are, for your deep, deep spiritual knowledge, your healing energy. You could have healing abilities too. Um, I just heard light language, so you could speak a light language or something. There could be something here about like star seed energy for somebody out there. This one here kind of like reminds me of Sirius, okay? The Sirius star seeds. Some people may be thinking or wondering like about your intentions, and where do your intentions lie? Are you in it for the money, or are you in it for the desire to heal and help others, whatever this is that you do? Be it if you're in a healing profession, or whatever you do for work or for pleasure, whether this be a hobby or something that's like a life mission. People may question your intentions. That's what spirit is telling me. Sometimes people don't see exactly how hard you're working, but you are, and people may wonder about that, because they definitely notice when you succeed, but they may wonder about like, how hard do you work. They may not see you working hard, so they may wonder like, are you a hard worker? Do you have a good work ethic? Some people may want to ask you certain questions about your work or your hobbies. I can't help but notice that like she's got a paintbrush in her hand. So some of you could be very artistic, or I just heard like creative director. Somebody here could be like a creative director or somebody who's in charge of different projects. And some people feel like when it comes to life, you just excel. Even I'm seeing like photos of you, people looking at photos of you saying like, okay, I see them, there they are, they look good in every picture. So how do they look good in every picture? Like I guess you're very photogenic from what I'm getting here and what people think of you. It's like every picture of you looks phenomenal, and people just kind of are thinking like, well, what's their secret? How do they do that? Their hair is always perfect, and I don't get how, or like, how can they pull that off when no one else can pull that off? How do you do that? I was hearing, how do you do that? How do you look amazing in every single picture? How do you just look good all the time? And I was just hearing, I just don't know what to say. And I'm hearing, like, you always know what to say. So, like, people always think that you know what to say. You always seem to say the right words. And some other people just feel sort of like awkward or like, yeah, less than in your presence. Some people with this card too, they may think that you're affluent, but that you like to show off, okay? Or that you take great pride in your wealth, okay? That you've accumulated, but some people may get triggered by that and think that you like to show off, okay? And what I'm also getting is some people may think that you like to brag, okay? But I don't think that that's how you necessarily are, okay? In my opinion, you're the kind of person that, you know, you'll toot you'll toot your own horn, but not in a bad way. I'm getting like Leo vibes from this. You could have a Leo sun, moon, or ascendant. You don't mind shining and you don't shirk away from the spotlight. But some people also, with all this attention that you seem to be getting and all this larger than life, you know, energy that you have, some people just kind of think that you could be a little bit flirtatious. I just heard hide your man. Here she comes, or here they come. Hide your man, hide your partner. So there's a little bit of worry there with some other people in your social circle that you're gonna outshine them, or their partner's gonna find you to be too attractive. So yeah, there could be like people that are afraid to like look like less than around you when their partner is present. Okay, these could be like new friends of yours that won't introduce you to their husbands, you know, or they won't introduce you to their wives because they don't want their wives or husbands or boyfriends or girlfriends to think less of them and more of you. You know what I mean? So, seems kind of petty, but seems like there's some people that may be kind of feeling inadequate. When it comes to the way that you look, there's some people that they wonder if you ever feel insecure deep down, or if you seem as confident as you come across, because they just like to wonder about this, like, are they cocky or are they down to earth? Like, some people are scratching their heads. They kind of don't know how to take you. They don't know. Like, I can read your energies well, pile 3, but I think other people you may be very mysterious to others, with the high priestess there too. It's kind of a person of mystery. And so people don't know how to take you. They may misunderstand you quite a bit or misjudge you. And they may think that certain facial expressions that you make mean certain things that they really don't. And they can misconstrue certain looks that you do and looks that you give. Like, you know, people can really misunderstand you. People sometimes, what their secret hidden thoughts of you are that they wonder if you ever get tired of being perfect, looking perfect, and do you ever get tired of all this attention or like people staring at you? And they try to scrutinize you to see if they can find flaws. A lot of times people like to be a fault finder when it comes to you. They would love to look for something and find something and be like, aha, you're not so perfect. So, you know, that's just some of the things. Yeah, a lot of people, they just kind of assume that you're so perfect that you could never have any like body image issues, or that you're so perfect that you could have, maybe you never needed braces because you always had perfect teeth, naturally straight teeth. Um, you can afford all these awesome things, clothes and all that, and you love attention, you get attention. Um, and yeah, some people are just like, are they genuine? Are they fake? I don't trust them. I don't know why. Um, you get away with everything. And also something here about like, yeah, definitely like pretty privilege or whatever. Um, you are irresistible too, just because of like your mysterious charm, and you could pretty much have whoever you wanted in a romantic way. um, you may attract a lot of um, people that are drawn to you because they almost like want you, want your approval, or they want you to fix them or help them in some way. I hope that makes sense. Because that's what spirit was telling me. um, People are drawn to your light, okay, your inner light. And a lot of people would like to be able to offer you anything and like be an asset in your life instead of just take things from you. A lot of people want to know like, what would you like in a partner, or what would be some good traits in a best friend that you're looking for. Like I could see like a lot of people wanting to like people please you, you know, um, and be in your good graces. And I'm getting like the like an image of like, you know, an invitation being handed to you like this, like, I want you to come to my party type of thing. Like, I think what that means is like people want to be included, okay, with whatever you've got going on. Um, or they want like, I mean, this is almost giving like fame, like you're famous or something, or like people think that you have the potential for fame, and they want to be in your good graces, or they want you to remember them in a good way, or give them a shout out somehow. Some of you could be in the spotlight somehow too. Okay. So that's what's coming through here, group 3. I hope you're enjoying this so far. Okay. I'd like to segue into the confirmations. I'm going to spend about 5 to 10 minutes on this portion. I'll be doing astro dice and name channeling and, yeah, hints and clues. So far I have 16, 10, 8, and 3. So somebody could have been born on the 3rd, 8th, 10th, 16th of any month for a birthday, the 19th of day of any month for a birthday, March, an August birthday, October. Okay, somebody here could be a Capricorn, Virgo, Cancer sign, or Pisces, sun, moon, or ascendant. Now let's go ahead and get into the name channeling portion. I'll be saying your name or your screen name or your nickname. I could say the names of some people in your social circle that you know. Now, if I don't say your name or names of anybody you know, look for your initials in the tiles, or look for your whole name spelled out. Sometimes you might see your whole entire name spelled out, and if everything's there except one letter, it still counts, and you can duplicate letters if you need to. DEC. Somebody could have been born in December. Okay. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Sometimes I get locations and different things. You can play spiritual Scrabble and see what words you can find in here. Okay, so I was hearing Desmond and Desi, Desiree. Paula, Janet, Mitch, Shrishti, Sri Lanka. Somebody could be from Sri Lanka. Bali, Malik, Floyd, Declan, Bridget, Bina, Sabrina, Sabine, Costa Rica. Somebody could be from Costa Rica. Carrie, LaDonna, Mary, Meredith, Zaina, Zainab, Jefferson. That could be a last name. Renee. Somebody could be from Kansas, New Jersey. Tila. Asher, Ashton. Chen, Sylvie. Nadia, Bianca, Marion. Isa, Marty, Marnie, Miles, Nikki, Ali, Oliver, Henrietta, Henry, Tamaya, Tamika, Tamisha, Percy, Perth, I think that's a place, Clarence, Bunny, Babs, Cece, Cyril, Sybil, John, Jonah, Jarvis. I'm seeing Love, love. Love. People fall in love with you and then they have a hard time getting over you. Yeah, I was hearing that New Rules, that song New Rules. I think it's called New Rules. Yeah. That one that says, and if you're under him, you ain't getting over him. I got new rules. Something like that. So you're hard to get over. Pixie. Maybe the name Dixon. Somebody could work at a kiosk. Bin. Somebody could work at a bin store or own a bin store. Somebody could like cosplay. Cosmetology. Somebody could play the saxophone. Fossil. Somebody here could be an archaeologist. Brianna. Priya. Jackie. Flo. flows. Somebody could practice Buddhist religion. I was hearing go with the flow. Plato. I heard Plato. Somebody could like philosophy. People could meet you and think you're their twin flame and get really attached to you right away. Yeah, because actually it was Plato who, I believe it was Plato, according to the Greek mythology, that said originally that like humans were created with 4 arms, 4 legs, a heart, a head, 2 faces, and like there was it was like a Greek myth, right? That Zeus, I believe it was, split them up into two separate parts, and they had to spend their lives in search of their other half, and that's what the twin flames, that's where that comes from. So it's interesting that Spirit was bringing that through, because yeah, when people meet you, they tend to think that you are their twin flame right away. Like, people are like, oh my gosh. And I think it's because you're very deep. You're a very deep person, and people relate. They want to be, it's like they want to be your twin flame. They do. So they may meet you and be like, see, we are so much alike. We're twins. Or they could just be thinking that. I heard Kevin, Delia, Delilah. Somebody here could work in a jewelry store or make their own jewelry. And yeah. Olga, the name Olga. And Benny. And then Elaine or Elena, Ellen. Okay, some of you could be in sales or marketing as well. And somebody here could be by. Jack, the name Jack, Jackie. Susan. And Sean. Okay, that's probably good. I could keep going and going. But remember, your support is what keeps this channel going. So thank you so much for hitting the subscribe button. And thank you for commenting and liking. And all these things really help this community to grow and flourish. So thank you so much for being a part of it. If you enjoyed today's video and you really liked it, please share it with somebody that you know if you think that they would like it too, because sharing can help this channel too. Remember, you can watch as many piles as you felt drawn to. And if you're interested in a personal reading, you'll find all the details in my description box or on my website at www.mysticrosepsychic.com. And my readings are really affordable, and I really like to connect with you all. You may have heard about my Patreon community by now. I do offer 2 exclusive weekly readings, including spicy love readings, romance, gossip, beauty, and some deeply spiritual topics. You get to vote on and suggest weekly topics, and you'll gain access to a growing library of hundreds of past readings, all starting at $3 a month, less than a cup of coffee. So if that sounds exciting, check it out. Check out my link in my description box below. I would love to have you join. Also, if you haven't yet visited my sister channel, Mystic Rose Tarot Collective, it's all about love and romance. So be sure to check that out and subscribe if you enjoy the content. I will link that in the description box below. I would love to see you over there. A heartfelt thank you to every one of you who watches, likes, comments, and shares my videos. A special thanks to my subscribers, my Patreon members, and my channel members. Your support means so much to me. And if you'd like to contribute or support the channel, you can become a channel member for only $5 a month, or check my description box for other ways to support. Donations are never expected, but they do help me to continue to bring you more tarot content. I'm so grateful to have you here. Stay beautiful, and until next time, take good care. Bye.